see that tree right there?
Yeah.
See how dry it is?
Yeah.
That calls that wood.
That wood?
It's really good for starting fires. So you want to keep some?
Yeah, keep some of the bark.
Yeah.
All right, we're back up at the mountain property. We've had a little bit of progress the last couple days. Excavation company was able to start clearing for the septic, so as promised, I'll show you what that looks like. We also did a little bit more work on trying to cut in a turnaround, so when we have trucks coming up here with trailers, we're able to turn around without too much of a problem. So we've cut in a little bit behind me. What you're seeing there is about a 25-foot run just to be able to back a trailer into, and then that will be part of the permanent parking once we get underway and complete the build. So I'll turn the camera around here. You'll see some flags, and that'll be where the house corners are. We may adjust that just a little bit, but it's not too big of a footprint. It's only 18 feet wide, 52 feet long. The length was a little bit concerning just with how much rock we were hitting, but it looks like we got into a good spot. Now the big question is how much rock we'll hit when we're putting in the septic system. So I'll let you see that and walk you through the house seat. So that last orange marker you just saw was the back corner of the house. So we'll walk down to where the septic field is going to be going. So right around in this area here is going to be where the 1,000-gallon tank is going to be, the holding tank. It's a 3-bedroom, so requires 1,000-gallon. So I'll put in a concrete tank. I had the option of putting in plastic, but just with some of the concerns around plastic floating up to the top and the amount of rain we may get up here, just want to prevent that. And there's really no cost benefit going plastic or concrete. There's plenty of machines up here to get the concrete 1,000-gallon tank, so it just makes sense to do it that way. One less thing to worry about. So what you're seeing here is where the septic field is going. It is down a slope. There is some rock down there. Hopefully it's not too much like we have up here at the top. It just seems to be the lower we go in elevation, the less rock there is. So hopefully they can get some good trenches in there. It's 370 feet long of line they have to put in, with those rows being, I think they're roughly 6 feet apart from each other. So it's a pretty good size field going in, as well as going down some pretty steep terrain. It's flagged off a little bit, so we'll see what comes of that and how much they can get in here, and then work to getting that inspected. But all in all, looks good. Once the septic field was cleared out, man, the property just feels like it really shrunk a little bit. I can see the driveway now where before I couldn't. But that's all right. There's still, it's 1.5 acres, so there's still a lot of tree line around here. There's not too many people building, so behind me it's almost a sheer drop off, and there's no way that anybody's ever going to build on there, and hasn't for thousands of years. So stands to reason there's nobody going to be around there. I do have neighbors on both sides of me. One has a house on it, one has a clearing for a house, but don't know when that will actually be built. But we're here to share, and we're making good progress. So as promised, that was the septic field. A little bit of cleanup they've done here behind me in the house seat, but probably starting next week, I'll get with the excavation company that's going to be digging the footers. They're pretty wide. They're 4'8" wide. had to get that specially engineered just because of the soil classification that's up here. So again, just another step in the process, but it was needed to get the building permit. Got some super wide footers. Probably could have gone and got a geotechnical report and maybe shrunk down those footers a little bit, but that was just another added cost, and wasn't really sure if there was a cost benefit there, so just opted not to do that and just sticking with the 4-foot 8-footers. And it's going to be about, I think, roughly 24 yards of concrete just for those footers. So a lot of concrete there for such a small footprint, but that's what's needed. So looking forward to that next step. So hopefully next check-in we'll have that visual to show you the footers dug and getting ready to get some concrete up here, and then getting a truck or getting some hoses brought up here to pump it in. We'll see what comes along with that, but I'm sure it's going to be pumped in some way, but maybe the truck can get up halfway, but to be determined on that. All right, check back in on you later.
You guys heard about the cabin house? And if you guys give us enough thumbs up, we can build it faster and get more instruction people. And that's the end. Go to another people.
I think they covered it all there. You heard the favorites, and you heard that the intent there is to build a mountain house, and that's what we're doing.
That's
so
how you give us enough thumbs up to build it.
that's right.